And here are the boys to meet me and take me to the dealership with my sister and Liz in pajamas. There they are. So the other support crew has come to get her, and there they go. Just coming into Hobart. Good morning, everybody. We're just going to the Indian dealership. I'll spend a couple of hours and say hello to some folk. And Robert's leading the way, and Dale is behind me. Okay, we've just crossed the bridge. I don't know which one, the boys will tell me. But up there is Mount Wellington, and I've been told I must ride up there, which I'm going to see if I can fit that in today. I'm not sure. There it is up there. Hope you can see it. So I'm here at the Hobart dealership. Guys, I don't know if you can see the reflection. Don't know if we can see that. Hello?
Hello, how are
I'm
you?
Chris.
Ken.
Ken, how are you, Ken?
Good.
Oh, what's that behind there?
I'm vintage.
Vintage, oh yes. Okay, same as me.
I changed the colour of my leather.
You went all the black, yeah.
To burgundy, yeah.
Oh yes, I remember those pictures. You
Yeah.
happy with that?
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I dyed all mine. Oh yeah, from this angle now I can see it. That's lovely. Oh, g'day Sean, nice to meet you. You're okay to be filmed and all that? So I'm in the Hobart Indian dealership. It's lovely.
That's my grandfather's bike. Both my grandfather's race bikes in Tasmania.
Wow.
My dad worked for the Triumph dealership at Hobart, where the police were riding the Triumphs in the 60s and 70s. Then they went to Honda 4s.
Oh right, so you have a real, it's in your DNA. They've got a real, yeah, they've got that bicycle vibe about them with the wheels, you know. Motorcycle.
This one was another one with Velocep.
Oh yes, the old Velocets, yeah. Wow. That's terrific.
104 mile an hour in the 1950s.
104 miles an hour. Wow.
The original leather seat on it.
Wow, that's very fast, I must say.
Yeah, 140 cubic inch.
Like you've got like a I love that
They
effect.
start off with a flat sheet.
Yeah, and you,
It's hand beaten around the bike.
oh wow! This finish and these are all flat panels,
Flat sheet.
flat sheet, and
Flat
you've
sheet about 2.4 by
and you've
520.
beaten them and bashed them into shape to go fit around all these little intricate parts. Wow, that's amazing.
Chris.
Hello, how are you? Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Chris.
Likewise. So a gentleman here who just bought the Challenger, which is the new Indian they've just released. Taking that out, we're all farewelling him, and it's all happening here. The Tasmanian Hobart Indian dealership.
Most motorcycles that are imported into Australia, including Harley Davidson and Indian,
Yeah.
you know, are made lean to pass EPA rules. So to get the best performance out of a motorcycle, you need to get the correct air-fuel ratio, which is what we call AFR for short. The air-fuel ratio is what determines how much combustion and how it fires in the engine and how it comes out the exhaust. So you don't want a heap of fuel coming out the exhaust because it's, you know, you're way too rich, and you don't want to.
So when you do a service on a bike, do they all go through this?
No, we check the AFR. Then by checking the AFR, we put a sniffer up the exhaust, or we go direct up into the port.
You put a sniffer up the exhaust?
Yeah, the old sniffer up the exhaust.
So I'm at Salamander Markets, which is the famous market. And there is the map of Tassie that I was telling you about. The map of Tassie. 1910, the Belgium Army Company FN was the first to mass produce inline four-cylinder motorcycles in 1905. 498cc 5-horsepower engine, 2-speed gearbox and optional overhead camshaft attachment. It's fantastic. This guy spent 8 months riding this veteran motorcycle, 14,606 kilometres across the world from Nepal to Belgium. He's got a book, No Room for Watermelons. 2012, huh?
Yep.
You did the big trip?
Yep.
That's fantastic.
But in the mid-80s, my wife and I rode from Alaska to Brazil on a motorcycle. We did 3 years.
Amazing.
200,000
And what sort of motorcycle was that?
to Gold Ring.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
When was that, sorry? That was
In the mid-80s.
mid-80s. Good on you. Some big trips, eh? Any more planned?
For this one, I'm going to ride it to Manjinup in Western Australia for the rally in 2021. October. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
What rally is that? Is that like the...
A veteran rally.
Oh,
So
okay.
the last one I went to, there was 500 machines pre-1918. So hopefully it'll be that sort of number.
Oh, okay. The vintage rally.
Well, a veteran.
A veteran. A veteran. Oh, okay, yes.
Veteran is up to 18.
Oh, 1918 is veteran. Then after that it becomes, I guess, a vintage.
Yeah.
Then that goes to 1954, is that right?
Yeah, about that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It becomes classic and then it becomes something.
So this is still a functioning bike and...
Yeah, except this morning when I went to ride it down here, I climbed on the pedals and the pedal bolt broke, so the pedals were around the back of the bike. So it'll be functioning tomorrow.
And the seat, is that... Do you ride with the seat on it? Like
The sidecar,
The
right?
sidecar, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all legal?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Mainly when I go to rallies, because usually when you go to a rally, a man arrives with his motorcycle and his wife has to hang around.
Yeah.
So I usually take the wife.
Good on you, you're a keeper.
If my wife's not coming, you know.
Oh, you take it off?
Yeah, we will. You know, give
That's
them a
amazing.
thing to stay.
I've got your book and you're going to sign it for me? Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this read and your adventures. And you've always been in Tasmania?
No. Originally I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Someone said that to me actually.
Yeah, we've lived in 150 countries.
You and your wife, 150 countries. Do you take the motorbike with you everywhere? Are you always got some sort of motorbike?
It's usually the transport.
Yeah. Beautiful.
I find the bookshop always fails to tell people there's an extra $20 for the DNA. But you can have it for free.
Thank you. No room for watermelons. Hang on, let me get that there. Thank you so much, Ron. Your story's been fascinating. Your bike is amazing. The wicker chair is incredible. I'll see you travels on the... Do you have a website or a blog?
Oldblokeonabike.com on the back here.
Oh, okay. Old Bloke on a Bike.
Yeah, so when I go to do that work one, it'll come up like that.
I think someone in that world has asked me to maybe come and film that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do a bit of blog. I think it would be the same one.
In
The Harley versus Indian rally coming up in Bathurst this year, and they take that all around the world. I'm not riding because mine's not an old bike, but I'll be covering and doing a bit of a story on it and things like that. So I reckon our paths will cross again.
I hope so.
Me too. It's fascinating. I'll have one more look at this magnificent thing. I was going to say, time to go now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's terrific. All the best, Ron. Thank you so much. Lovely guy. So the markets are all just about finishing now. They're all packing up. Didn't buy a thing except I bought Ron's book. No room for watermelons, which is about right. I'd find room, of course. You know, I'm carrying enough shit around me. I reckon I could fit a watermelon in my crap. So I'm in Hobart and I've found a blues festival with a couple of mates that are performing up there. So I'm just finding my way around the park and go and check it out. Well, my charger, if I can charge it, doesn't work, which is a punish because I'm on low batteries. Oh well, I'll see if they've got something in there that I can maybe use. Mac and cheese spring rolls. I'm going to try those. Never heard of them in my life. So this is the Blues Festival joint. Hobart Brewing and Taproom Company. Mac and cheese spring roll. dipping sauce. You can double dip if it's your own, can't you? That is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever eaten. I'm not sure if it's a go or not. Yeah, that is just plain fucking weird. Look at that. Man, it's a fucking carbohydrate attack. They're right there. Ugh. Cheese, carbohydrates, fried. The worst fucking thing you can probably put in your body. And here I am eating it.